caucus process. Okay, next item, illegal dumping, status update and the next steps following on code enforcement. There's supposed to be a presentation.
There's no presentation, I'm sorry. Actually, this was an item that I think Commissioner, you wanted, Colstead wants to follow up with a letter discussion. We had a presentation a couple of meetings ago.
So Pete, this was involved in your project.
Well, I asked about this. I thought it was already on the agenda. I asked for on that. Basically, Environmental Services Department has done a really nice job of putting together some solutions to the illegal dumping. And what it amounts to is it's free pickups, which means it's easier to do it the right way than it is to take it down to the corner and dump it. So they have some great proposals on things. When this was presented to the mayor and the council members, basically there were a lot of references to the Neighborhoods Commission in that memo, which I think is great. We're getting visibility on this stuff. So I would like to do, and I put them on the table. I don't know if everybody picked them up. I drafted another letter to go into the mayor and council this time, which basically, instead of advising on the March budget message, reacts. It's on the table back here. Reacts to the actual budget proposal.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, in the past we used to have one big pickup for a area once every 3 years, and that did not, we were kind of moving away from that.
Now that's dumpster days, and in fact they added more. There's $18,000 per council district to do 6 more big dumpster days. That's a separate thing.
Is that worthwhile? I mean, wouldn't the money be better off for these other services instead?
I don't understand.
Is it worth having a dumpster day once every 3 years?
Yes.
It is?
Thank you.
Why is it not?
I don't know, when I have a lot of trash, I don't bother to save it up for 3 years, I get rid of it right away, I don't. I mean, wouldn't the money be spent, I thought that was part of the thing, was the money be better spent on neighborhood organized cleanups and some of the other things.
Yeah, there's $180,000 in the budget for additional neighborhood-led cleanups, but the every 3 years thing is staying. So it's in addition to the every 3 years.
Okay. I misunderstood that. Okay.
I just want to add something.
Yes.
So the neighborhood cleanups are really important. I think there's just not enough motion from the city, because what we're finding out is, you know, we get the city manager's report on a Friday, and then we see in the report there were, you know, certain neighborhood dumpster days, and then we have complaints from residents saying, well, I wasn't notified. So, you know, let's say a total of almost 10,000 flyers go out, but where is it not, you know, where are we failing to communicate? Because
So I thought it was, at least when it has happened in one neighborhood, it was for a very specific group of city blocks. You have to live within that city block. And they give you a postcard. It comes in the mail, and you had to show the postcard when you went there. So when you come in their truck full of stuff, you have to show the postcard first before you can unload the stuff.
right.
And
But even that is failing, I think, to a certain degree. So
and also the first 3 people that get there dump everything, and then the dumpster's full, so everybody else has their stuff that they saved up for 2.5 years, and then they can't get the stuff. They were late in the day.
yeah, I don't know if there's any other way we can boost that.
Yes,
Robert.
we're having a dumpster day on August the 18th in our area. That includes Lanai Cunningham area and West Evergreen area.
Okay.
And the council members providing the dumpster day, he's sending out 6 dumpsters. So that way people get to dump whatever they want. And I've already announced it, and of course city council will put out, like she suggested, a card memo to notify everyone in our area.
Okay. Go on.
So I think that if there's a way to make this process more effective, that can be parallel to supporting the existence of the funding. So, and I just wondered if Commissioner Colstead could just give a quick summary of the ESD recommendations that we asked to support. I reviewed the letter and in general I'm in favor, so I'm just wondering if we could get.
I'm unclear, you want one?
I just, maybe for everybody, just review what the recommendations are.
Okay, yeah, I sent this out to everybody, so it's just the budget proposals by ESD. What it amounts to is additional money for single-family dwellings, they're called. So right now, once a year, you can have them come up to your place, pick up 3 large items for free.
Right.
That will change to 2 times a year
Okay.
as of July 1st. So any single-family house can get up to 6 items a year, don't.
And then multifamily? could-
Multifamily, they have unlimited, and all you got to do is take it out, put it by your dumpster, call a number, and boom, it's gone.
So to fund that, do they still need the once every 3-year?
No, that's completely separate from the dumpster days. So this is a targeted pickup thing.
Okay.
And it
Okay.
is working very well. In our area, all they have to do is make that call, put it out there by the curb line, sofas, whatever they have. And people are doing it, and sure enough, the truck was by there yesterday, picking up in our area. So it's working very well.
Yeah, it's real good. And they're actually going out sort of enterprising on weekends when the trucks aren't in use Monday through Friday for the regular pickups. They're going out on Saturdays, and they're going over to Gary's neighborhood because there's always a big mess there. So they've got information about where the problems are, and they're heading out proactively to clean the stuff up. So it's really a good process. And then in terms of the dumpster days themselves, the city is going to continue with their every 3 years, somewhat poorly advertised type of thing like you're familiar with. But in addition, they've given each council office $18,000 to do additional ones, and that's what Tam Wen is doing.
The one I think you're talking about, Robert, is the pilot, a program that actually ends on June 30th, right?
Right.
Where you can
Right.
put out 3 large items. You notify the city, 2 weeks in advance or something like that, but it's for couches, large appliances, mattresses, or any of that. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't know about it. I announced that at our meeting, but a lot of our citizens don't know about it.
Yeah, but that pilot actually will roll over into 2 of those 3 times.
Oh, okay.
As of July 1st.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
they've really expanded it.
That's what really
Okay,
expanded.
so
Yeah.
that is where the 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would like us to write a letter saying that we support this, that it's a great,
Absolutely.
I'm going to make a motion to do that, yes.
Or would it be separate, wouldn't that be part of a budget letter?
You know, it could be, but I would kind of prefer it to be separate, partly because we've already gone into the mayor's budget message with it, and we've got some visibility on it already. And in fact, the Neighborhoods Commission they've been told to come back to us in the fall to report progress. So we have a lot of visibility on this, so I would prefer myself, actually, and my motion would be an individual letter on this. Could also be included in the general letter.
Because this is asking for budgets. It seemed like, in my personal opinion, it seemed like it would be part of a budget letter, but I'm afraid of overwhelming it with too many letters from us too.
So,
Discussion, let's see, Dave, you were first, I think, weren't you?
yeah, it was for
I interpret this as a commission's way of acknowledging work done by staff and any budget monies that may be going in this direction. And for us to say, we understand it, we appreciate it, and we thank you, can stand alone. It doesn't have to be part of a budget amendment.
Okay, so this is a thank you letter, basically.
Basically,
Yeah, if you read it, yeah.
I'm
it kind of puts tailwind to the work they've done and incentivizes more.
Yeah, I think that this is a great thing, and it, to me, is a model of how the Neighborhoods Commission ought to work with other departments in the future.
It worked, we got results.
Yes.
So, can I second his motion?
I did.
You made a motion that you stand on the letter.
I have a question.
Let's make sure.
Huh?
Wait, questions after the
After you
second?
make-
So,
Yes,
are you making a second?
I second Pete's motion.
Okay, discussion.
So for the large item pickup with the city, I know that there was some case regarding rental properties, and that you have to have the landlord's permission in order to get your items picked up. So is there any way we can get?
That's been changed.
It has been changed. And do we know what that's going to be?
Yeah, any tenant can call, tell, yeah.
Other discussion? So motion is to make this as a standalone letter, on the official letterhead, go through the legal process with the lawyer checking it and Ernest sending it to the clerk after I sign it. Okay?
Yeah.
All the questions? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? I guess, just writing a letter, okay?
Could I add one thing, Larry?
Yeah?
I've talked with ESD on this several times, and one of the things that they've asked for is, would we be willing to help with the outreach and the communication on this? So a couple pieces to that. They would like to establish kind of a baseline of how bad the problem is. And all they have to do with that right now is they've got the complaints that get called in from various places. If we could reach out in our own districts, basically, and find out where the bad areas are, we could get some information that would really help. And if we want to do that, I think we could get out of DOT a map that shows where the calls are and break it out by district, so we would already know where some of the places are. And then the other piece that I would like us to think about for next year is basically the multifamily dwellings, the apartment houses that are in our own neighborhoods. When we see that it's not working there, that we actually take some action to contact them. The ESD people are going to put a bunch of flyers and things up on the internet, so we could go print off 20 copies and take them over, to District 10 and say, here you guys, this is the way this thing works. So they would work with us, and we would work with them in terms of presenting this information. So that's something that I would like us to consider for next year, that's all. But if you'd like, do you want those dots for next month? Would you like to see maps where the dumping is?
Sure.
Yes? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Okay,
And
I'll
you
take care of
have this
that.
electronic format you'll send me, so I can,
Sure.
okay.
Did I send you have you received mine yet? The bad areas?
No?
Okay,
No.
I'll send it.
Okay. Yeah, more information that we can give them, the better service they're going to give us. They're doing a really good job.